Hello, this is Sara from saraestelle.com, and greetings to you from my garden here in the southwest of France on a really mild early spring day. Now, I know the shadows are a little bit strange here and maybe the lighting isn't the greatest, but I wanted to do it here because I'm really feeling guidance to connect with you from myself, but from within the nature kingdom. And this is not about me, this is about nature. I want to talk to you about timing, and I want to talk to you about connection to that timing of your inner self. So, as you know, all of the nature kingdom has a timing. She is not afraid of change, she's not afraid of flow, and she goes through this beautiful cycle of sleep underneath the earth, of where we are right now here in Europe, of where the little shoots are just peeping up. And then the branches grow, the flowers start to bud, then they expand into their full glory, and then very slowly the chi contracts back in, drops down, and goes back down to the earth. And somehow or another, us humans have kind of forgotten about that, and we kind of somehow or another have grown up in this very different timing where there's electricity, and we're able to kind of keep going 24/7. And healers and many people now know that it's just unsustainable, and we're finding ourselves in this new world where it's actually not possible to do things in different ways. So the message that I have for you today is kind of coming through me, but I'd like to share it that it will inspire you. So we all have creations that we want to birth in the world. If you are somebody that works with nature, I have a sense that part of your mission here is to share the message of the nature kingdom as it flows through you. Now, that's my work as well, through the Flower and Vibrational Essence Diploma that I run, and also the Create a Magical Business courses that I facilitate. And last year, my own business went through some quite big changes, and this year is a stepping up, and it's a time to kind of like do new things and express myself in slightly different ways. Now, there's always resistance to being new. We always worry, how will people see us? How will we be judged? And so we kind of like go into this inner holding of our inspirations, which is often very harmful. And if we think of nature, nature doesn't do that. Nature just allows herself to flow. So I've got some new inspirations, things that I've been reflecting upon birthing for a while, and something in me has been holding back. Now, part of it is personal, and I'm working through that. But part of it is I'm starting to realize in the last few weeks actually connected to the timing of nature. Now, last weekend I spent some time here in France with a very good friend of mine, and we were just chatting, and I allowed out of my mouth, I wasn't expecting it, that I was going to actually birth a new part of what I was doing when the daffodils bloom. And I was like, wow, that was a really cool thing to say. And then I started thinking about it and looking at the daffodils. And here in my garden, they're probably going to be blooming around full moon. So I would say in a few days' time. And I thought, okay, so I get that timing. I really get that, especially as daffodils have a trumpet and they're a bad expression from the heart. So, as I said, this isn't about me, but I wanted to share my experience in the hope that it inspires you somehow to look inside to see where this resonates with you. So the birthing of your project, where is the timing of this? Now, if it's been something that you've been wanting to do for a long time, there are really two options here. Either is that you're in procrastination and fear, which I completely understand, and that's normal. Sometimes when we're in procrastination or fear, we need support to take us through. And in the Create Magical Business programs that I run, and indeed in the diploma, there's an awful lot of support. The diploma what it does is an extraordinary experience to allow you to really focus on your the light that shines through you and all that's held you back. It's not a business course at all, but it's a wonderful preparatory experience for shining your light in the world. And in the Create a Magical Business courses, we actually focus on the steps needed, and you're held in your full power. So where are you within this? If you have something birthing, just feel inside. What is a yes? What is a no? So is it fear? Is it a holding back from you? Can you imagine if the trees and the flowers somehow kind of thought, oh no, that person over there's pink and I want to be pink, and so I'm not going to flower because I'm not pink. And if I flower as a red flower, then what will people think? That flower over there, the bloom droops downwards. Now I know my bloom goes upwards, so what are people going to think? My family have all come from drooping down blooms, and if I suddenly have a bloom that goes up, what's everybody going to think? And we know that nature doesn't work like that. So we are parts of nature. We have the chi flowing through us in exactly the same way. So why do we do these things? It's a little bit crazy. So as I am committing here to you right now, I'm going to be sharing more about what I'm birthing when the daffodils bloom in my garden. But I need to be ready for those blooms to open. Otherwise, so I need to have everything ready so that I can literally, when I see the green light, I can move with it. So where are you within this? I'd love to hear a little bit more about your own internal stirrings and whether you're going to use this beautiful spring uprising to literally join with many others and rise as your sacred unique spark into the world. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I'd love to hear, and yeah, enjoy the spring, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.